Okay, it looks like we are now at noon. So thank you everybody for joining. We will get started now. Again, appreciate everybody being here. I am super excited today. My name is Kevin Schwaller. I'm the Communication Services Manager here at TABC. And here's today's TABC Talks, the TABC Teaching Alcohol Laws and Know-How series. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. I hope everybody's weeks are going very well. So let's jump into our presentation here. So first, we got to get the legal disclaimer out of the way. If you all have seen these before, you know, we always start here. So the following agency guidance was developed to improve internal and external communications and ensure a more consistent application of TABC's statutes and rules. This guidance reflects appropriate processes, requirements, and interpretations based on the general situations presented herein. This guidance may not apply to every situation. If you have questions about how this guidance applies to your specific circumstances, please contact the TABC directly. So there's our disclaimer. I know you may be seeing some video boxes right now. Don't worry, those will go away in just a little bit, but I just wanted to be talking to you here on camera before we hop into kind of the meat and potatoes of the presentation here. So participation and technical support. You can interact with me, the presenter, by using the chat feature. So if you look at that toolbar down at the bottom, you can see the ability to be able to enter some information into chat so you can interact with me. I can answer any questions. I'll be doing those mainly at the end of the presentation. We got a lot to go through, so I want to cover as much as we can for people as possible, and then I'm going to go through some of those chat features. And if you experience any technical issues, you can visit Zoom's Help Center. You can see that support link there. I'm just going to take a breath for a second and let you take that down if you need to, just in case you do need some help with Zoom. Get that link, get it down, and then I'm going to move on here. Okay, great. Okay, getting to know TABC's website. So at this point, I'm going to turn off my video here so that you can see a little bit more of the screen. I've got to share a screen a little bit differently than usual because I'm going to be getting real interactive and showing you the website here and navigating you through some different things. And it's going to be easier if I turn off the video for you to see everything that's going on. So let me just do that really quickly. There we go. Now, hopefully you can see the whole screen. So as I said, I'm the Communication Services Manager here at TABC, and I am happy and excited to help you get to know TABC's new website. This project is really near and dear to me. The team that I work with has been working like crazy on getting this website up and running and making it as best as we can to support all of your businesses. The agency worked on this site across divisions. A lot of divisions were putting in work. And I especially want to highlight the folks in ITD and data services because I know they had a real heavy lift in really making this a reality. And I also want to recognize all of you, the industry members, the businesses out there for all of your input. The goal was always to help you. The goal was to make this website better serve you. So I wanted just to thank you for all of your input throughout this process. And really quickly, I'm going to see, would everybody be able to turn their video off just so that we can hide the video section here? It might be getting in the way of some folks. Great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So again, this website was built to help you. So I'm going to go through what we're going to be going over in this presentation. So we're going to start with an overview. So I'll tell you about this project, and this includes the challenges with the old site that you told us about and what we did to try to make the site better for you. And then I'm going to move into a demo of the site, going through all of the key features, and we'll start with tabc.texas.gov. Hopefully you know that. That's our homepage. And then I'm also going to talk about contacting TABC, how you can view industry guidance, finding forms, new locations for data, some things moved around a bit, and some new and important pages with our website. So as an overview on this site, it launched about 2.5 months ago on September 1st. Hopefully you all noticed the big change in design and functionality. We redesigned our website to make it easier for anyone to do business with TABC at any time and any place. And I really do mean anyone, because this is for members of the alcoholic beverage industry, 55,000 license and permit holders, but it's also designed for others like county officials, members of the public, sellers, servers, consumer delivery drivers can get training through the website. So there's really something for everyone here that at any point interacts with TABC. And no matter who you are, we know you're busy. And that's why this site is packed with features to help you find information, read the latest news and updates, find an office near you, get answers to your questions. We want to make sure that your interaction with TABC is as quick and simple as it possibly can be. And so that's why we turned to the industry, and we got some input from industry on this. And we wanted to make sure that we were listening to the needs of businesses. So what did we identify when we had these conversations with industries? Well, we did identify several key problems, themes that we heard with the old website that we knew that we had to make better and we had to keep in mind and really put at the core of what we were doing when we were developing the new website. And the first was the website structure made it difficult to find content. The second is that there was too much extraneous content, making it hard to identify key information. And then there were also, we know that there are multiple stakeholders. As you noticed, I was talking about the different licensed businesses. Y'all know there are 3 different tiers. There are tons of different businesses inside those kind of that broad category of licensed businesses. There are just lots of different stakeholders that we interact with that have different needs. And the old website just wasn't clearly set up so that different stakeholders could find the information that they needed. And then the last thing is that stakeholders had to rely on the agency staff for information because they didn't find the website helpful. They couldn't find that information that they were looking for just by scrolling through the website. So what have we done to address those concerns? Here are the solutions. We made it easier to find relevant information due to reorganizing the website. We added some powerful new navigation tools and new search features. It's easier to find a direct answer to your question because we eliminated a lot of that extraneous content. And I know there's still a lot of content on the website, and we've tried to cull it to just the information that is the best and most important. And when I say we have accomplished this of getting rid of a lot of that extraneous content, we have had a 95% reduction in the number of URLs on the website, those web addresses. We had more than 60,000 on our old website. And now if you're just looking at the core pages, we've taken it down to about 130 core pages. So we've just done a ton to try to take away the content that you don't need and leave you with the stuff that is really going to help your business. And then we made it easier to understand the information being conveyed with the information being conveyed on the website. We rewrote every word of the TABC website in plain language to make it just clearer and more concise, to make it to help you understand what things mean for your business, and so that you can get that information quickly and easily. We also made it easier to contact your local TABC office. We know that the website is there to provide information, but there are some things you just have to talk to a TABC staff member about. And so we made it easier to do that. And then finally, we improved the overall accessibility. This new website is mobile responsive, mobile device friendly, and it's designed to follow ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act design, so that anybody can be able to view this website and get the information they need. So this website is also forward-looking. So we've established what we've got on the new website, but here's where it's going. So this site is never going to be finished. And I say that in a positive way because we're always going to be looking to try to make this better for you. So although you can take advantage of a lot of the new features now to help your business, it's meant to grow along with you, along with the alcoholic beverage industry. And since the site launch, we've already added some things here that I think are just great. Book an appointment feature. Obviously, with coronavirus, in-person appointments were stopped for a period. We now have offices across the state that are taking in-person appointments. You just have to schedule them ahead of time, answer some questions. We've got a new tool that helps you do that we launched after this new website launch. Our coronavirus information page is packed with information to help your business right now during these times. And we're constantly updating that. And also after the website launch, we kicked off the Texas Responsible Alcohol Delivery Driver TRAD training. And we've had even more updates, but those are just some of the things where I want to show you that website launched and we're already adding new features to it. And it's also designed with the future in mind in the sense of AIMS. I hope that all of you have heard about AIMS by this point, the Alcohol Industry Management System. So this will be your hub a single system, a hub for all of your TABC businesses. You'll apply for an application, file reports all through one system that you'll be able to access online. So the launch date to start the launch of that is September of 2021. And so the website is built knowing that AIMS tool is in development and that will eventually be available. So there are some things on the website that are designed in a way that, we know that it's going to be replaced by AIMS in the future. And in general, AIMS is going to help simplify processes, help you fill out forms, and really just help you do all of your business with TABC. So now we get over to the fun part where I'm actually going to switch over to the website here and start showing you some of these things. So tabc.texas.gov, that's your homepage. It's designed to help any visitor from businesses to county officials get what they need quickly. On this homepage, I'm going to go over our action drop-down menu, global search, popular topics, news and information, social media, and the top navigation and the footer navigation. So these slides are all going to be available online afterwards. So I'm going to pretty quickly switch back and forth because I know a lot of you are joining us on your lunch breaks and we want to keep this as brief as possible, but also give you all the information that we can. So I'm going to go to this first thing here and immediately switch over to the website. And then these notes, if you need to view them later, will be posted to Board Docs, which I'll also show you where that's at on the website. So the first feature of the homepage, and hopefully y'all have visited it by now, here is the TABC homepage. Welcome to the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. And the first feature that I want to show you is this blue box here where it says, I'm here as, and I'd like to. This is our action drop-down menu. When we were developing the site, we nicknamed it Mad Libs because it's kind of like one of those games that you played when you were a kid where you have to fill in the blanks that were called Mad Libs. But this is our action drop-down menu, and it works just like that. You fill in the blank. I'm here as a new business owner, and I would like to apply for a new license or permit. And then it gives you the recommended results. You just select the recommended result you think you need. So we populate it with the one we think you're going to want the most, which is this is the resource to help you start applying. But then there are other resources. So if I click here, it takes me to a page that outlines the application process. I can click here to get my new license and permits forms. It really gets me started. And if you look through some of the other options, you can see this is for tons of people. If you need to get your seller server training, there's an option for that. If you're an existing business and you're looking to get some regulatory guidance, it can take you here to our industry guidance page where you've got really detailed information about industry guidance. And I'll go through more of the industry guidance page a little bit later on in the presentation. But you can see that there are many different people who are interacting with TABC, and this really helps guide you to the information that you need the most. So I, again, went through these bullet points. You enter I'm here as, I'd like to, and recommended results. Again, this is really your first stop, especially if you don't know where something is. I know some of you might bookmark pages you go to really commonly. If you're coming to find something for the first time, I really, really can't stress enough that that's the tool to go to. The next thing is global search. This is something you'll see on many websites. It's right here, this magnifying glass in the corner. You can type in a search topic and it will generate results. So if I type in forms, you can see it populates our forms page. So you can type in whatever you want. It works like Google. The big improvement here is it keeps you on the website. Our last website actually used to take you out to a search engine. So you were not able to see some of that information on the TABC website. So this keeps it internally here, which is just a great feature. Okay, next topic here is popular topics. So I'm just going to kind of scroll down the page here so that you can see the homepage. So we're kind of working our way down. We've started with the global search, and here are action dropdown. And now you have these popular topics tiles. So these tiles are the most common things that people are doing on the website, or something that's a new feature that we think is really important, or something that we really want to highlight. So we make decisions. These are changing. We make decisions on what is here based on website data. For example, our coronavirus information page, we know is the most visited page on the website right now, aside from the homepage. So we wanted people to get that quickly. Come right to the website. You can click here. You can get to that page. On the TABC appointments page, that's something that we knew that was something new and we wanted to highlight. So we put it here as well. So these are constantly changing. They're not going to always be the same. Right now, they don't change too often just because what the pages people are visiting the most are staying pretty consistent. So as those change, though, we will update these so that you can get the information that you would need. So again, popular topics, I highlighted these two: book an appointment and the coronavirus information page. Next is news and information. So as I scroll down here, I get to the news section, and you can see we had a post about our Empowering Texas Veterans program that we put something out right around Veterans Day. This week, last week was Veterans Day. And so we put some information out about that. You can see we've got some news releases. And if you click to view all, you can go back. And one thing that I really want to highlight is there is a quick start guide to the TABC site, an article. And this really is a quick overview of some of the updates and changes. And if you do encounter an issue or a link that doesn't work, you can just report that using a form at the bottom here. So there's a lot of great information right here in the news section of our website. If we publish a new marketing practices advisory, it'll also populate here. So this is, you come to our homepage, you can get all the newest, latest things from TABC. So I think that that is just a great feature for everybody. Okay. Moving on to social media, again, another tool for getting some great information. You can see we've got a video. You can also click here to subscribe to our channels. This is up to the minute information. It's a great place to go and to find that information. And then finally, on the homepage, I want to look at the top navigation and footer navigation. These are really the standard website navigation features. I'm going to highlight some of the things in there. Some of the key places where I think you might need to navigate to, but obviously there are tons of menu items. This is your traditional website layout. So we've formatted so that all the services that you'd need are in one area. If you need to access information, laws, guidance, regulations, that is all under laws and regulations. So you can see I can go to licenses and permits and new licenses and permits if I'm looking for license and permit information. If I am looking for industry guidance, I can click over here to the industry guidance page. But again, I want to remind folks that this action dropdown is really the great place to start. So information for county officials, if we have any county officials that are watching this, you hit public information and information for county officials here, and that'll take you to a page with information for tax assessor collectors, county clerks, county judges, really your one-stop shop for information for county officials. The other one is industry guidance, which I've already showed you. And then at the bottom navigation, you can see our agency meetings page and careers. So click on careers. If you're looking for a job with TABC, you can also click on agency meetings to see when the next commission meeting, or stakeholder meeting, or other information is. New, if you watched the commission meeting yesterday, you watched it right here. You can click watch live. And when there is a meeting streaming, like a commission meeting or a stakeholder meeting, it'll stream live from a player right here. And you can click in archive videos and you can see you can already go and watch yesterday's meeting there if you want to go back and look at that. You'll also see these board docs links. This will take you to our board docs site where you can access things like these TABC Talks presentations. So those are some of the key features and top and bottom navigation. You can obviously take time to explore those on your own as well. Okay, I'm going to click over here. We're going to switch over now to contacting TABC. Like I said, there's sometimes you do just need to talk to somebody. You do need to get some more specific information. You need to get on the phone. You need to send an email. And so obviously there are cases where you're, especially pre-pandemic, where you need to go into the office. So this is how you're going to contact TABC. The website is powered to use your zip code to prompt you with office information throughout the site. You can use this feature on the homepage in two different places, on the contact us page and the offices page. And I'm going to walk you through each of these. So this is great. If you go to any online shopping store right now, you know, your Walmarts, your Amazons, you know, your location services kind of generates your contact information most of the time, or it'll prompt you for a zip code. So TABC is joining that modern website design. And right now you can see it's automatically populated that my regional office is the Austin regional office. And this just lets me know because, you know, especially if you're in a place that's not, you know, McAllen is the example I'll use, that your regional office is the San Antonio regional office. You also have an office in McAllen, but there are some times where you need to know what region you're in, and this really helps you. If this is not populated, you simply enter your zip code or you click this button and it uses your computer's location to generate that. As you can see here, the actual contact information displays on the homepage once you've done that. So if this was, and you can click on Google to get directions directly to that office, which is another great simple feature. So if this is not populated again, there'll just be a box here where you can enter your zip code and boom, you've got that information. And it doesn't stop following you there. It follows you around the website. So I just clicked on the services page and you can see every page I click on, once I get off that home page, this contact information follows me around the website. So I don't have to go back and search for it. And you also have a link here for common questions that directs you to our FAQs database that has all of our frequently asked questions divided by topic. Just find the question you want, click that twirl down menu, and it will give you the answer to the question that you're looking for. The last place where you can, or the last couple places, there are a couple more where you can use this feature, is the TABC Offices page. So this is the contact information for every regional office. There are some sorting functions, but for example, I can enter a downtown Austin zip code and I know, boom, Austin Regional Office is the one I need to contact. So this is a really powerful tool to really just help you take the guesswork out of who you need to contact. And if I did enter some information like the McAllen zip code, it'll populate the McAllen information there, as well as the San Antonio regional office information. So it tells me my regional office and my closest office, which is just a great thing for you to be able to contact the office nearest to you. This also works on the Contact Us page, but I'm going to go into the Contact Us page in just a second and show you that. So on the Contact Us page, this is for anyone needing to contact TABC. So I'm going to now navigate you there. If you go to the top of the page here, you can click Contact Us, and it takes you to the Contact Us page. As you see, that zip code followed me. Again, if you hadn't entered the zip code, you can just re-enter it here, and it'll automatically populate with the office information that I need. And then instead of sending an email, this is the way that you can really get the help you need with questions. You can see all of these topics, and I have them listed on the slide. So if I have a license and permit question, or I'm a member of the media and I need to contact our public information officer, you can just click on the topic you need. It'll prompt you for some information. And then when you hit submit request, it'll automatically route that to the correct regional office that needs to respond. It takes all the guesswork out for you. As long as you have your zip code information in, this automatically routes it for you. So it just takes some of the work away from you and really automates it through the system to get you those responses as quickly as possible. And so the right TABC staff are looking at your requests to speed up things for your business. So again, just choose your topics, fill out the fields it asks you, and then you can submit for any of these key topics there through the Contact Us form. Okay, what else? What other ways can we contact TABC? What's under the Contact Us settings? I'm just going to go through each one of these. So we've got TABC Offices. I already showed you that one. The book an appointment page, if we navigate there, it just directs us to an online virtual form that gives us some COVID-19 screener questions and then lets you schedule an in-person appointment at a TABC office. That's a great new tool. Make a media inquiry for members of the news media who want to get in contact with our public information officer. Request a TABC speaker. Let's say you're hosting an event and you want somebody from TABC, maybe somebody from TABC leadership to speak. These are our engagement requests. You can go and submit a request through this page. File a complaint or protest. You can see you can file a complaint against a business, a certification school, or a TABC employee, as well as protest a license application. So this directs you to the tools that'll help you submit any of those. And then social media and email sign up. I will always push, please sign up for our email notifications and subscribe to us on social media because we're constantly putting out information. We have multiple emails we're sending to industry every week about coronavirus information, what really matters most for your business. If you click on this menu option here, it'll get you to the page where you can sign up to those. And obviously, you can provide feedback to TABC. Again, here's the presentation. If you want to come back to this later, there are these links to these pages individually and kind of a real short description of what each of them do. Viewing industry guidance. This is really important. This is for any business licensed or permitted by TABC. We want you to be able to find guidance on that industry guidance page. And I want to take you through this page, just show you what's on there. So there are two ways you can get to there. You can either go to our homepage and use the action drop-down tool that I told you about, and you can just, navigate through what you want. I'm an existing business owner and I want to get regulatory guidance. Boom, it takes you to our industry guidance page. Or you can come up top here and you can go to laws and regulations, industry guidance, and here it populates. So first of all, we direct you to COVID-19 information. There is so much important information on that page right now, and we know how much your businesses are depending on it. So we wanted that to be first and foremost. The second thing is we have all of our marketing practices advisories. You can click this twirl down menu here, and it gives you kind of the directory of all of these advisories. So you can click on them and you can view them. And then we also have licensing bulletins that are, similar to advisories. They're just for our licensing department that give you some licensing guidance as well. And then other resources. Sign up. Again, we push you to sign up for some of our emails. You can view some of these presentations, the older TABC Talks presentations. Go right here, view them on YouTube. We connect you to our FAQs. You can download the TABC mobile app, or all of you are probably filling out your compliance reports right now. So if you need to download that app or learn about compliance reporting, we've got a link for it right there. So this is just a great page for members of industry to try and get information. So this is kind of, I describe this is everything that's not specifically outlined in the code and rules. So obviously we have the alcoholic beverage code and TABC rules. This is your advisories and things like that, the things that are kind of in that in-between area where we can give you some more specific information and guidance for your business. So that's a really crucial page there. Again, I showed you how to get there. I highlighted some of the key information, and we are now moving on to our next page where I talk about finding forms. Anyone trying to locate a form on the TABC website can use various forms pages. So each page is built so that you encounter it when you're doing your business, so that you can just get a limited list of forms that you need while you're conducting your business. And so we've got separate forms pages: audit investigations, cash and credit law, excise tax, label approval, new licenses and permits. You can see the whole list up on screen now. These are all the different forms pages that we have. And again, they are built so that you encounter them while you're doing your business. And I'm going to show you an example. So if I am, again, that new business owner, and I am applying for a new license and permit, and I come here and I see how I need to do this, I get an understanding of the process. Here's the forms page. And now these forms that are on this page are only new license and permits forms. And then there are certain topics and types that we can use to help sort these. So if you click one, it helps you sort these forms a little bit easier. So you get a shorter list of the forms. One of the things that we've already done to try to improve the search here is we just included some instruction to use quotes for exact matches. So what am I talking about here? When you don't search with quotes in this little box, so this will search, and this searches for L-on everywhere. And you can see I've got several different results populating. Now, because I know L-on is a specific form number, I use it all the time. If I put that in quotes, it really narrows it down to exactly what I need. Quotes are for exact matches. So when you want the search function to have an exact match, just put quotes around your search time. It'll save you some time. And that's just kind of a tip to help you as you're looking through some of these forms. You can always use these sort categories as well. Okay, so I know some of you are probably saying, okay, that's great, Kevin. But when I come to the website, I'm not just doing one thing. I need multiple forms for multiple different things. I don't just need new license and permit forms. For some of you, I know that's the case. So I've gone over the individual forms pages. That's one option. The second option is the forms repository. This is where you can look at all the forms. So how do you get there? It's right here in the top navigation, forms. You click here. This is every TABC form. So you do not have to go to those individually batched ones. We wanted, especially for new people, if they're doing one task, to not get overloaded and have to search through tons of forms. We wanted them just to see the forms they needed. But we know that you also need this. And this is the one place where you can get all TABC forms, has that same search feature so that you can search through these forms. And then it also has sorts by topic, so that if I need excise tax forms, I click that and it shortens it to the list of maybe just the forms that I need there. So that is the other way that you can access forms. Again, I've gone through all of this. The last thing that I want to say is that last point, the reminder that we've got a lot of forms. At last count, at least, it was around 130 forms that are in that forms repository. But this is all going to be even easier once AIMS rolls out. And again, I told you this website planned with the future in mind. So AIMS is going to roll out and you're going to be doing a lot of your activities. You know, that one-stop shop is going to be AIMS. So your licensing, a lot of your reporting and everything is all going to be through that AIMS system. So you're not going to need to go back and search through these forms. It's going to be through the alcohol industry management system. And so this is really great right now, but what I'm saying is it's going to get even better where things are just going to be more automated. There's going to be less searching for things and more intuitive things that help you access and do your business with TABC anytime and any place. Okay, new locations for data. This is something that I just have to go through because there are some specific data sets that some of you are using that are in new places, and I want to make sure you know where it's at. So I'll go through who this is all for, and I'm just going to really quickly show you where some of this data is, because these were some of the big changes where we really shifted things over to new places. So credit law delinquent list. This is mainly for distributors and retailers. Where is this now? Click public information, delinquent list. This button will take you to the Texas Open Data Portal where you can view that, and I'll show you that in just a second. But you can also see there is the table for the delinquent list publication dates where you can see when the delinquent list is coming out. So we've consolidated. This used to be several pages on the website. We now have one delinquent list page where you can click on this and get the delinquent list. And you go over here, and this is the delinquent list on the Texas Open Data Portal. For some of you, you can also search the Open Data Portal for the raw data set that powers this, and that will let you pull the API. If you know what that means, then that's going to be really helpful for you. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. This is the list that you'll use. Some folks may just want to use that to help power what they're doing and make things simpler for them. So that's where our delinquent list is. It's on the Texas Open Data Portal. Again, moving that over is what we've done to help make this site easier to navigate, to just help with everything from load times. There are so many reasons that we migrated a lot of data off the site to these places that align with the overall strategy in Texas for how to have open information and how to store data. So we're really following some best practices while trying to help you access that information even easier. Tax assessor collector data. I won't go through every one of these. Some of this has been moved to the Open Data Portal, and some of it is on new portions of the website, but you can access that through the Information for County Officials webpage that I showed you a little bit earlier. Public information, information for county officials. This is where all the data you need is here, right in these links. You just need to click those and it'll take you where you need to go. A note, anytime you do go to the Open Data Portal, Google Chrome is the browser that performs the best with some of those visualized charts. Other popular browsers will work. They just take some of the coloring away and some of that styling sometimes. But Internet Explorer is a browser that Microsoft has replaced with Edge. And Internet Explorer just does not perform well with the Open Data Portal. So whenever you're accessing those, we can't stress enough, use Google Chrome if you can, and if you can't, other popular browsers, but do not use Internet Explorer. Okay, wet, dry status information. You can see here, you can go laws and regulations, local option elections. This is where you can get your county maps of who's allowed to sell which types of alcohol. And if you click here, it also takes you to an archive of some of that previous information. The next place that I want to take you is actually that data and archives page, which is under public information, data and archives. This is a place where we've got a lot of, as it sounds, archives data and other data sets that you may need to access. So per capita consumption, this is for anyone interested in the amount of alcohol sold in Texas compared to the population of the state. You can click this link here and it will take you again to that page on the Texas Open Data Portal. And then our administrative hearing records have always been hosted actually at the State Office of Administrative Hearing website. We've kind of been dual hosting them in the past, and this is now going to be solely over there. So you can click that link. It will take you over to the SOA, the State Office of Administrative Hearing electronic system, where you can search for case information there and get some more information. And that covers the key data sets that I wanted to go over. Now to what is probably the most important page for businesses right now. As we can see, the website traffic data shows that it's the one that businesses are visiting the most, coronavirus information. Again, you can get there by either going to our industry guidance page and clicking that link at the top, or right here on the homepage, popular topics. You can click that and load it. So we have released for all of the bars out there. This is the counties where bars are allowed to reopen. I'm not going to go through this whole process. You can come to this site page and zoom more, but this is a really quick, easy way to figure out what's allowed and what's not allowed. We also have current operational guidance for every sector of the industry, so you can really quickly know what you can and can't do under the current executive orders in the state and public health guidance. And then a lot of common questions and topics. You can come here to find this information. So this is a really important page, I know, right now. Again, I've gone over this. We've got the map, operational status. Another important thing, qualifying as a restaurant under current orders. If you're interested in that, there's guidance on this page about that. And other important updates for every tier. This is where they're going to go as we get this kind of temporary measures in place. This is where we're posting that information, is to that coronavirus information page. The next page that I wanted to highlight was the TABC appointments page. So if I click here on learn more, again, it's a popular topic, and I also showed it to you up top with contact us. You get a list of all of the offices that are accepting in-person appointments right now. And if you click book now, it takes you to a form where you go through a quick COVID screener, and then it lets you book an appointment with a TABC office. Real simple process where you can get an in-person appointment with TABC staff. And of course, we are taking precautions and following current health protocols while taking these appointments to make sure that you and our TABC staff stay safe. If you also want just a quick link, bit.ly/TABC book now will take you to that booking form as well. And as if there are any other updates with offices reopening, we're going to post them to that page as well, so that you know exactly which offices are open for appointments. Okay, other resources, TABC Public Inquiry. So most TABC licensed businesses have used this system. And I just want to point out, and I'll show you this again, but I just want to point out while I am, so first of all, there's the tile here that'll take you there. But this public inquiry was actually not part of the public website redesign. And that's because as we're launching AIMS, there are pieces of it that relate to that. There are other plans, technology plans, and public inquiry is made up, and some of the other apps that TABC has are exactly that. They're apps. They're not actually part of the public website. And so those are being handled through a separate process. And so the only thing that we changed with public inquiry and with any of these apps was the design. So colors and things like that. But the actual functionality of them did not change at all between before the old public website and this new one. So the only thing you'll notice is those design changes. If you used it before, it's going to be really familiar. It's going to look really the same. I clicked on public inquiry here, and now this takes me to the system. So these are all the exact same options and links and caption and things. It just has a slightly different updated design so that you get a consistent feel through things. But just know the updates to this are part of a plan still that the agency is rolling out as we look at all of our technology changes, not just the public website. FAQs, I touched on those briefly. You can also access them here at the top. It'll take you to our FAQs page where you can get answers to all your different types of TABC questions. I already pointed out the quick guide to the TABC news site. If you remember, that was in the news section. That gives you a real quick overview. Another great resource is going to be this presentation. You've seen all the blue links in here, so you can go back and click through things. Again, this will be posted to board docs, which I will once again show you. If you go to the bottom here, agency meetings, and click on board docs, that will take you to where you can access this information. And then finally, in this quick guide to the new TABC website, you can report an issue or a broken link. So as I said, 60,000 different original URLs. There, if you run into one that's not working anymore, it doesn't redirect you to the correct page, just let us know. And so that we can try and help and make sure that things are working. And if you run into an issue with the website, if something stops working or anything like that, we want you to let us know as soon as possible. So you can click into that quick guide and report an issue or a broken link using the link here or the link inside the quick guide. So an overview of what we've talked about. TABC, we've redesigned the website to make it easier for you to do business with the agency and to find the information you need. We're going to continuously update the website, integrate it with the alcohol industry management system AIMS, which launches in September of 2021. And the whole team here is just super excited to offer you this new tool. There are so many features on the site that you can explore now on your own. And so we welcome you to try it all out on the new tabc.texas.gov. So I've seen, it looks like we've gotten some chats here. So I'm going to open those up if y'all have questions now. So let me just read through this. Okay. So the first thing I have is, what about out-of-state suppliers? So if you can reply in chat with just some more information about specifically what you're looking for out-of-state suppliers. If you're referring to the quick, the action drop-down menu, that would typically be done. You are either a new or existing business. If you have suggestions as well for things that you might want to include that you think would be helpful for out-of-state suppliers, drop them in the chat window. And if you need a more detailed answer, I can follow up with you. I just need a little more clarity on what you're looking for. Second question here. When forms were revised, how does a person know the form has changed? In some cases, only one page appears to change, but the revised date does not. Hey, that is a great thing that you noticed. So we actually worked out a bug recently. I had a meeting on this as recently as yesterday to solve this issue. So we're actually putting in place an issue that'll resolve that. Essentially, there was a bug in the system and some of the forms weren't updating with the correct date. So that should be corrected within the next few days. So thanks for pointing it out. As I said, it's constantly being updated, so that should be updated. So those revision dates, you should notice a change in the next few days here. So that those will all be accurate. A live sample of how a city secretary might see the wet-dry elections have been held in their city. Yeah, that goes through the wet-dry status. So if you go to the public information and you go to I'm sorry, I was going through, you said county official, city, and I went to county officials. You go to the local option election informations, and here's where you see it downloads a spreadsheet. You can open that spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet has your wet, dry status information. If there's another specific process, I'd probably have to get with the subject matter expert to see if there's anything else, if we want to get more specific than that. But that's what I can show you on the website there. Okay, next question was... Okay, one is about getting the correct district office. So as far as regional offices, yeah, when you put the zip code up here, if you just scroll down again, you can right here, this tells you your regional office. If you're looking for an office that's closer than that, that's when you would go to an offices page. So let me come up with a real world example for you right now. Again, McAllen, I know. Let's look up a zip code for McAllen so that I can give you a live example while we're on here. So 78501. So if I go and I say, hey, you know what? I'm actually in McAllen, 78501. It does give me my regional office is San Antonio. But if I go to the contact us page here, it will let me know here's my McAllen office. So that's, that's even closer for you. So that gets you to the McAllen office. Also, when you go, as I showed you a little bit earlier, when you go to that TABC Offices page, and you enter 78501, it shows you the McAllen office as being the closest office. So I hope that answers your question there. This is a question about listing forms for each category. Oh, okay. I will take that into consideration, talk with our team about that. But as you're going through, and this is just saying, hey, sometimes you got to find a specific form and there are a lot of them. So I think the question is there a way to kind of create a directory? I think just for right now, to just say how you do it right now, again, go to this forms page. But if you also have some things, if you want to drop it in the chat so that I can take it for future consideration as well, we can always add topics to these pages if it's going to help you navigate even better. I really hope that the quotes are going to help you get to a form more easily. And then I'll talk with our team about what options there are as far as trying to, just have a list of forms that are there so that you know what forms, because I know that there is some pagination here at the bottom where you got to scroll to each one. And again, our interest is always in helping you do business as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. And I want to point out again to that question that when AIMS launches, this is really designed so that when you get to AIMS, that is going to be an automated process where you're not going to be having to look for all of these forms in the same way. So I really appreciate it, the comment there. I'm going to look through here. I think I've gotten all of your questions right now. So if you have any more, I will now go to our next slide that directs you for information there. So for our live viewers, thank you. I just looked at the chat feature and answered your questions. For all others, you can send an email to stakeholder@tabc.texas.gov, and we will make sure to get back to you to answer those questions. I really hope this has been helpful for today. Let me turn my video back on just to say goodbye to all of your smiling faces that are probably behind the screens back there. But again, thank you so much for joining us. We put a lot of work into helping you through this website. I really hope you enjoy the website and that it improves things for your business, because that has been the goal through this whole process. I appreciate all of the businesses who have participated in all of these questions, because it helps us improve things for you. Thanks again. I'm looking forward to AIMS launching as well. I know y'all are too. So we are consistently here looking to be here to support you in your business. Any other questions? Email stakeholder@tabc.texas.gov, and I'm going to close out the presentation now. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week, and thanks for joining us.